All right, fire Brian Johnson. He has to go. He has to go. I'm gonna just kick it off like that. That's really how I feel. I've been saying this for the last 2 weeks, maybe since before the Rams game. It's a wrap with me as far as Brian Johnson. Um, I'm I'm really furious right now, but this is the Voice of the Eagles show, and like always, God bless those Philadelphia Eagles. Mitch, how's it going, man? How's it going? How you feel?
Oh, I've been better. Been better.
Been
Tough
better.
loss.
Tough loss.
Ugly loss.
Ugly loss.
Ugly. But I'm sure
Yeah,
we're going to get
But I'm
right
sure
into
we
it.
can get right into it.
yeah. So I have to give the New York Jets credit. I have to congratulate them on the win. I'm the biggest crap talker in the world. So when I have to eat crow, I happily do it because I give all the fan bases a hard time whenever they're going up against us. So if we come out on the losing end, I'm fine with that. I'll have to accept that because I'm the biggest trash talker. So I'll just have. Hurts. You want to take the week off too? Jalen Hurts ain't taking a week off. This is a bye week. That's how bad the Jets are. That's how bad the Jets are. That's how bad the Jets are. They're that bad. The Jets are so bad that we can rest some of the starters, man. You got any little minor injuries or minor bruises? Okay, let's rest you. Okay, this is a bye week for sure. It's the Jets, bro. So that's how I felt. That's how I felt about the Jets. Um, Before the game, I want to know, bro, how did you feel regarding the Jets? Did you feel like this game would be this close? Did you feel like we? I know you didn't feel like we would lose this game. Did you feel like this game would be this close?
No, not at all. I thought my score prediction
My
was
score
28 to
prediction was
21,
28-21.
but just
But
the
just
fact
the
that the
fact that
defense could
the
not make a
defense could not make
tackle,
a
the fact
ball,
that we could
the
not
fact
catch
that
the
we could not
ball,
catch the ball,
Jalen Hurts throwing the ball
Jalen Hurts throwing the
45
ball 45
times.
times.
I'm just
Yeah.
like,
It's
are
like,
you giving this
are
game
you giving
away?
this game away?
How many? Wait, how many did he? How many pass attempts did he have?
45.
45.
25. Wow.
45.
45.
He threw it
He
45
threw it
times.
45 times.
Man, the injury bug has been vicious.
Yeah.
There's been, I mean, in this game alone, I've counted maybe 4 or 5 um injuries. I think we have Lane Johnson's injury here. It's an ankle. I don't know how severe it is yet. He walked off on his own wheel. Eli Ricks, that's a nasty looking one. He has something going on with his knee. Um, Milton Williams, he was banged up. He went back in, fortunately. And then Reed Blankenship, that was maybe a late hit or something. Or it was a penalty, and he aggravated his ribs. I don't know the extent of these injuries as of right now, um, especially regarding if they'll play next week. But the injury bug has been wild for us. And that's just the injuries from this game. There's a laundry list of guys that, we have guys that's out for the season. We have guys that just continuously miss games, and it's someone new every week. The injuries are real for us right now. How concerned are you about the injuries, bro?
Concerned.
I'm
I'm
very,
very, very
I'm very,
concerned.
very concerned.
It's with every single
Yeah.
It's with
team. It's
every
not
single
just
team. It's
us.
not just us.
The MetLife
The
Stadium
MetLife
is
Stadium
terrible.
is
That turf,
terrible. That
they need to
turf,
do
they
something
need
with
to do
that.
something with it.
I
Yeah.
just can't
I just
stand.
can't
I just
stand.
want everyone to
I
stay
just want everyone to
healthy.
stay
That's it.
healthy. That's it.
Yeah, and most of the injuries, okay, Eli Ricks, I think it was maybe due to the turf. But with Lane Johnson, I only think there was one significant injury in the Jets game. I think it was Eli Ricks. That looked like something with turf. Um that yeah, man, I think the turf should be out of the game, honestly. But coming in, I was looking at the turf like, man, this is MetLife. Uh Hopefully no one gets injured, but it was always in the back of my mind because that's really how bad it is up there at that stadium.
Hmm.
What's your biggest injury concern?
Lane.
I mean, player. Which play? Lane Johnson. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Lane.
Lane.
Crazy, bro.
Crazy, bro.
Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson, in my humble opinion, I think Brian Johnson has to go. And I'll just pretty much lay out my just my point of view from how I feel, and it's continuing to feel this way, and it just confirms my initial thoughts week by week. So if you look at just Jalen Hurts stats, Jalen Hurts right now. Now I understand the interceptions. He's only at fault for one turnover, one interception, which was a bad interception. And late in the fourth quarter, um, it was a bad read. I mean, there was nothing open, right? There was nowhere Jalen Hurts can go with the ball. So if that's ever the case, and he has to throw it or get sacked, if he can't get to an open progression, because there's so many things he can do. He can run the ball. He can make things happen. Whenever Jalen Hurts just has to throw an interception, it's the play design. There's nothing open for him to throw the ball. Okay, you take the sack. I would much prefer that. But it's the play calling, man, and it's not necessarily the play calling, right? It's the play design. It's the design of the plays. He's not even designing anything creative or innovative. There's times when there's nowhere for Jalen Hurts to go with the ball. Like there's times where there's nothing. There's no one's open. So that's a direct reflection on Brian Johnson. Jalen Hurts had 7 interceptions. Regardless if 2 of those interceptions wasn't his fault, right? Mitch. Okay, so but he still threw them, right? Same thing with as far as Dak Prescott. He throws an interception. I don't care how he threw it, even if it's not his fault. I'm gonna use that as fuel to my, trash talk, right? So I'll be honest. It's the same with Jalen Hurts. The bottom line is he's on pace for 20 interceptions. He has more interceptions after 5 games than he has had last year. In 5 games, he's on pace for 20 interceptions. With those type of turnovers, man, against the teams that's coming up, at that pace, it's not sustainable. But again, man, his Jalen Hurts regression, because this is a regression from last year with the turnovers, with the clear regression from last year. It's a direct correlation on the only variable that has changed in that tool. Brian Johnson, he's the new guy here, and he's coming in, he's calling the plays. This was not a thing with Shane. If you look at our red zone efficiency, it's dropped to 23rd. Now we're in the red zone twice yesterday. I think we scored both times, but we've only put up 14 points. So the turnovers, it's not just the turnover. Look, that last interception, yeah, Jalen Hurts could have tucked the ball, but I mean, there was nowhere for him to go. Like there was nowhere. He couldn't do anything. The pressure the moment got to him, I believe. I think he was a little flustered. The energy there. I think it all boils down to Brian Johnson, bro. I'll be honest with you. You got guys like Jason Kelsey's, bringing up the red zone efficiency and interview and press conferences. You see guys are coming out clearly like displeased with, the lack of production offensively. The offense is just stale. It's too easy to. I think defenses are figuring out the Philadelphia Eagles offense for what it is right now. And bro, it looks bad to me. I'm putting most of this blame on Brian Johnson. I mean, bro, he's the only thing that changed was Brian Johnson. Bro, man, and okay. My last point, right, with Brian Johnson, and I'll give him some breathing room. I'll chill. The Jets, they have literally the 26th ranked rush defense. I'm running the ball. I'm running the ball. We did not. I mean, Jalen Hurts had 25 attempts. We didn't. We didn't run the ball that much at all that game. Why? Why? Especially when you have the second ranked rushing attack. What is this? Bro, this is alarming. This is glaring. Mitch, let's say we're the coach, we're like on the offensive coaching staff, right? Me and you together would be able to scheme up a better play calling and play designs than this guy. Me and you, bro, right? We could do his job better than him. I mean, it's obvious. What are we gonna do against bro? Like, yo, this is unbelievable to me. Seriously. We have the second best rushing attack. Why not run the ball against come on, bro? They're 26. They're deep. Their rush defense is 26. Like, come on, bro. We do that, we win this game. There's not as many turnovers. Mitch, I know. I asked you last week, and I'm like, man, do we fire Brian Johnson? And I know how you feel about it, but are you starting to kind of see why I feel this way? I know you've also had tons of concerns about the play calling as well and the offensive and defensive coordinators. So, man, this is alarming. I need your take on it, man, because I think, like, am I going crazy? Like, look, last point. Jonathan Gannon. I felt the same way about Jonathan Gannon all of last year, even when the defense was good. In the Super Bowl, it came back to hunt us. I feel the same exact way right now with Brian Johnson. I think even if he patches it up and it gets better, I think down the line it's going to hurt us. What's your take on
it? Can you mute your mic real quick? I think it's an echo. All right. So this is how I feel about it, right? It's still an echo. I don't know, guys. It's still an echo. I'm just gonna see how I feel. After showing me the stats, right? You convinced me, bro. You convinced me that Brian Johnson had to be fired. And I'm gonna tell you why. Jalen Hurts on Sunday. He was only read one throw. He was bringing back in 2021. And I'm like, this is the Jalen Hurts I want to stay away from. That's the guy I want to stay away. But now we're getting this again, and with the red zone. DeAndre Swift running the ball 10 times. Jalen Hurts throwing the ball 45 times. It makes no sense. Something's got to give. Yeah, something's got to give. Yeah, you convinced me, bro.
Look, so let me ask you this. How would you feel about taking the play calling responsibilities away from Brian Johnson?
I wouldn't mind that. If you give it to Nick Sirianni, we'll see what he can do with it. If you just take that away from him, I feel like he can do a little bit better. And then we'll just see where it goes from there.
But Nick Sirianni, he's shown that he can't call plays. Right? He had to give it to Shane Steichen. Right? So I don't think Nick can call plays either. Brian Johnson has never called plays in the NFL. And I think it's starting to show when you get some of these coordinators, these offensive coordinators that have years of experience and been around the game for that long, they're going to have some type of advantage on you. And I think he's getting outmatched by the defensive coordinators. You know, and if the team, and if let's say the opposing team has a really great offensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator and the defensive coordinator can kind of game plan together. So I feel like Sean Desai is a really great. I think so far Sean Desai has been extremely impressive with his moving parts. With his moving parts in the defense, and he's continuing to. The defense has been looking good the last 2 weeks, right? For the most part. I mean, they haven't been giving up a lot of points. So they've been, you know, not as many turnovers. I don't think any turnovers, but they're getting to the quarterback. They're getting pressure, so they're playing way better than the offense. Maybe Brian Johnson can kind of lean on Sean Desai, or I mean, bro, because at this point, I know it's only week 5, but you don't get that many games in the NFL. I've seen more than enough after a month, you know, after a little over a month. So, man, I'm done with him. I've been done with him. I'm so done with Brian Johnson, and you know, watching the game, that's all I was tweeting. Fire Brian Johnson. Get him out of here, man. Just get him out of here. Because with all of this talent, how could you not be good at your job with a Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, the best offensive line? There's no excuse, man. There's no Dallas Goedert. There's no excuse we put up, man. Come on, man. The offense is terrible. How many points did we score? 14? 2 touchdowns. Jake Elliott missed the field goal. Come, Jake Elliott. I love Jake Elliott. I have nothing bad to say about Jake Elliott, but that when I seen Jake Elliott miss that field goal, I'm like, yeah, we might lose. We really might lose this game, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and we deserve to. 4 turnovers. We played terrible. Honestly, cumulatively, in its totality, if you put all 5 or 6 games the Philadelphia Eagles have played, right? Overall, they look bad for the most part, right? They don't look too good. They look like almost an above average team. You know, so they deserve this loss, in my opinion. I know I feel like I'm piling up on Brian Johnson, bro. I know.
Go for it.
I think he lost the locker room when you have Jason Kelce coming out, you know, talking about red zone issues, and you know, players are not getting their, you know, they want the ball, and there's a lot of back and forth. It's a lot going on, honestly, with the offense, and I think it's due to, you know, the respect level they have for a guy like Brian Johnson. Honestly, I think, you know, because the offensive players are going to respect the guy who's getting them open and, you know, designing plays for them to showcase their ability. Brian Johnson isn't doing that. What's the guy from the Dolphins, the head coach? He's a mastermind. He has everybody just open. He can game plan anybody open. You know, so Brian Johnson is not that, and I think the players know it. The players know it. I think he lost the locker room, and the offense just looked bad with BJ. I'm gonna just call him BJ for Brian Johnson, right? But I don't even want to call him like, dude. I just lost so much. I want to say I lost respect for him as a person because I don't know him, but his knowledge of football, I lost tons of respect for just his performance, like with this team. There's no way the offense should be struggling. And it shouldn't really be any confusion because the only thing that changed from last year was our offensive coordinator. So, dude, it's obvious it's him. But what's the only nothing else changed?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I'll let you grade Jalen Hurts' performance for me, bro.
Grade? Okay. But really quick, I want to go back to the defensive coordinator, Sean Desai, real quick. There's one thing that was still bothering me, and that was the cushion. Like how far they were from the corner to the wide receiver. That bothers the hell out of me. Tyreek Hill and Waddle gonna run right by that.
I don't think that's ever going to change. It's been here since last year.
Right.
Even with two different defensive coordinators, it's still been the same. I don't think that changes, bro. I don't think it's ever going to change. I mean, we all hate it. I think it's just part of how Nick Sirianni wants his defense to be ran. He has certain core philosophies that he stated that he feels like the defensive coordinator should. He has to abide by it. I mean, the head coach is his boss essentially. So if he want a guy to play a certain type of defense, you better be implementing that, or you won't have a job, buddy. So I think that's Nick Sirianni. That's something he believes in with the defense, and he continues to hire guys that, yeah, man, it's horrible. It's horrible. It really is.
Yeah.
But outside of that, how's the defense look in your opinion for last two games?
They couldn't really make a tackle this game.
Yeah, they couldn't.
They couldn't make it. Hassan Reddick was great.
Yeah. Milton Williams looked good too. Jordan Davis. The D-line looks really good. Brandon Graham.
D-line.
Say it again.
I'm not worried about the D-line.
Yeah, me either. But I mean, they make the without the D-line. I mean, golly, our team would be bad. Our defense would be kind of bad. So yeah, let's get a grade for Jalen Hurts.
So I did this earlier today, and I gave him a D.
A D? Okay, that's fair.
3 interceptions. It was only the touchdown that kept him. If he did not throw that touchdown,
yeah. Watching the game, I think Jalen Hurts early on, he was finding his groove. He was looking really solid. Did you see the stiff arm? He stiff armed the guy throwing a dot down. Bro, man, I thought he was gonna have one of those days. And I believe maybe the fumble happened first, or no, the interception happened first, off a screen to Dallas Goedert. And I think it was a tip pass or something. But it was a good play design, like a good play call, but it just went the other way. And after that, I thought he was still fine. And I think the fumble, when DeAndre Swift fumbled, that's the second turnover. So I think momentum started to kind of switch over. But the final interception, bro, I mean, that was a bad interception. And Jalen Hurts know that, bro, you can't throw that. If anything, just fall down or live to see another down. He's smart enough to know that, right? I know he's killing himself about that. But there was nobody open. They were just sitting in the zone, and it was a perfect call on defense. And the interception at that point in the game in the fourth quarter, I'm giving him an F, man. I'm giving him an F because that was horrible, especially just from where he started in the game. He was looking like he was going to have a day. As far as it, like he was going to have another 300-yard game, like he has been having these last couple of, and then like, bro, after the some of the turnovers, I really don't know where it went wrong with him. But he even watched him on the sideline, and he looked really flustered, or he was. And you seen the offensive coordinator and the quarterback coach. They're right next to him with the little with the tablet, so they're going over things like, And you got to give credit to the Jets as well. I mean, the Jets defense, they're really good. They had, they was causing problems for the Philadelphia Eagles to where we didn't have answers for some things that they were doing defensively. Then Lane Johnson went down, so there was a lot of adversity. So I would like to have seen him come out on top of that. I mean, that was your game-winning drive right there, and to throw that pick. I mean, bro, you really you could have been the hero, honestly, of the day. You saved the day. That's what the quarterback is for in those situations. And I got to give him an F, man. I got to give him an F. I had to give him an F because all things considered, this way you got to put your team on your back. This way you got to take the city, put us on your shoulders, the fans and everybody else, and go win this ball game. Like that's what we pay him. How much, dude? You make a lot of money, bro. Those games are what we're paying you to win those games. So I know that may be a little bit harsh, but I'll give him if it wasn't for that last interception, because it was a horrible interception.
Mm-hmm.
It was a horrible interception. If it wasn't for that, he would probably get maybe a C minus, C, solid C. But that interception, yeah, it was worse. It was worse than all other turnovers combined because in that situation.
Right.
I have full faith in him to win us this game, though, bro.
I did too.
I have full faith in him. I'm like, bro, what the hell, bro? That's how you go out with that interception. I mean, and the refs. I can make excuses for him, but I'm not. He's gonna have. He's gonna have. And again, I asked your thoughts on the defense already.
Yeah.
And so okay, all right. I would need a grade. Give me a grade for the defense.
Probably a C.
A C. They only gave up how many points? They didn't give up any. They didn't give up a lot of points, man. They only gave up. Wait,
Yeah,
why
but
a C? I think a C is low. I
it's
think a C is
low.
low.
Okay.
Well,
I'm just
okay.
gonna say this. We did get him 5 sacks, right? We did sack him 5 times.
Yeah.
There was no turnovers. How many times are we going to go to a game without any turnovers, like a fumble or an interception? I can't remember the last time we had a pick.
And that that would have if we get a turnover on defense, I think that's really all we needed. We could have won that game, bro. We needed a turnover. We needed a turnover really bad. I mean, we gave the ball away 4 times. We needed to get some of that back at least. That was huge. That was huge. That was huge. Not getting a turnover. And I think this is the second game in a row.
Yeah, maybe I'm being a little bit too harsh. I'll give it a B minus.
Okay, B minus. Okay, that sound. But I can understand, man. But those type of things are like critical, especially when you see but turnovers are hard to get on defense, man. But we've been really well at it. We've been doing. We lead the NFL in forced fumbles. So the first 2 games we literally won because we were getting turnovers.
Yeah.
So all right, let's get into the comments. MA says Brian Johnson needs to be fired. Bad play calling, and we just didn't run the ball. We're a balanced team. Yeah, bro. I mean, but it is only. Some people would say it's only, it's early in the season. So, I mean, I want him gone, bro. So I agree with you. Troy says, "Hey, it happens. Our Eagles will bounce back." But I said on Friday, run the ball. The Jets got a good defense. They should have ran Swift more. Yep, they should have. I agree with you 100%. I've seen some plays where Swift was. I think Lane Johnson changes the whole complexity of this game by him being out, and that's something that it's hard to really kind of pinpoint. Is Lane Johnson really this important to the team? and we lose every time he's not in. Like we're losing. So it's a wild stat out there, right, Mitch?
It's
Well, like
crazy.
our
It's
record
absolutely
without.
crazy.
Yeah, I almost want to look it up, but yeah, man, I think Lane Johnson changes a lot of man without him. I mean, he's a right tackle. I don't. How could this guy? His importance is felt, man. We lose almost every game that he's not in.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It really
And
is.
play calling is vanilla for sure. Yeah, play calling is terrible. Play design, I would say. You got to mute your mic while he talks. Oh, you said okay.
Yeah, I
All
think
right,
you got to
cool.
mute
Got
on a StreamYard, not Yeti. StreamYard.
you. Okay,
All right.
got you. All right,
Yeah.
bet. Okay. How old are you, bro? I'm an old head, man. I'm an old head. Just curious. I'm extremely old. I'm in my late 100s. NFL reality check says what's good. What's the word?
Yo, that's AK. What is up, AK?
So what's up, bro? It's all good. Talk that talk for sure. I hear you, Malik. Show enough says Nick's just as bad with play calling. Yeah, I know. That's why he gave it up. And honestly, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Nick Sirianni is kind of trying to sneak in and call some plays here and there, bro. Or I don't know, bro. He's really bad at play call. He's terrible at it. I don't know. I see him on the sideline with the sheet, talking through the sheet. You know, he could be. I'm pretty sure Nick Sirianni is calling some of the plays.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so. Maybe that can be part of why it's looked so bad, but I'm not 100% on that. But I mean, I see him on the sideline all the time with a play sheet, with the play sheet covered over and over his mouth or whatever, and call like he's calling plays. So I mean, I'm pretty sure Nick Sirianni has his hands in that. Um, but some needs to change. Even if he did decide to step in, I don't blame him. That's how bad it's been. That's how bad it's been that Nick Sirianni has to intervene. So we're in trouble. I'll put it like that. We're in trouble. Play call as far as calling plays. We're in trouble. This is unbelievable. Jalen Hurts haven't been in the league long enough to regress. I mean, look, man. You say give him time, or he hasn't been in the league long enough. This is these guys are going to be heavy. They're going to be scrutinized to a great magnitude. It's game by game. I mean, it's what have you done for me lately with these guys? So that's how it's always. That's how it's been. That's how it always will be. That's not, my fault, bro. I'm just. You look at it's been 6 games already, and you look at his stats, and what can we say? He has 7 interceptions and 7 passing touchdowns. He has more interceptions than he has had all year. So I don't think I'm being I think I'll be naive to not point that out that he's regressed. It's obvious. Is it to a detrimental magnitude to where I'm concerned? Slightly, but I mean, I know it's just play calling, so I'm not really too much concerned about Jalen Hurts. But I don't want to see this. I mean, this is not pleasant to see. He has so many interceptions already.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even look at, has he lost any fumbles, Mitch?
Hurts? Yeah.
See, so, man, if we really want to talk about it, we can. Have to remember there's no RPO this year. Hurts is better than he was in 2021, but we're back to 2021 play calling. That's a fair assessment. Yeah, I get we need to put the RPO back in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they did? They're not running the RPO. I think they should start back. I don't know why they stopped. I guess I don't know, man. I don't know. That's really a great point, but that's something to actually like to think on. But I mean, it looks bad. Like it doesn't look good, bro. It looks. Oh my god, bro. It makes me want to puke, man. I don't even like watching watching the Jets game. I was like, what is this, man? Oh, man. Dennis Allen, you right. Jay Hurts will bounce back. He built like that. Yeah, I mean it's only one off, so you're gonna lose games. I mean that's what happens. So I mean it's not really. I'm not too alarmed about really anything except Brian Johnson, bro. The play calling, play design. I feel like he has to go. Some has to change. But other than that, I'm not. I mean, we don't lose often. So this is a new feeling. So that's a great thing to have, to where you're not accustomed to losing. We're not accustomed to losing. The Philadelphia Eagles have been doing really well, recently. So I'm not tripping at all. Because when RPO hurts, defenses aren't waiting to attack Hurts. They don't have to read and react. Just go is why he's getting hit more. Yeah, they need to reinstall the RPO then. I mean, they need to go back to however they were running the offense last year. Just, I mean, I know you have to change and you can't do the same thing and stuff like that, but man, it's not working right now. It's not working at all. I mean, they look good in the red zone, but they was only there twice. I don't know how many times they're in the red zone, but I mean, man, I give the Eagles defense a solid B. The Jets kicked all field goals, and we stuffed the run. I mean, the Jets. How good is the Jets' offense, Mitch? They're not really that good. So,
I mean, they got weapons.
They got weapons.
Yeah. Oh, can you mute on Junior?
Can you mute on Junior?
Yeah. Okay, they got Brees Hall. They got Garrett Wilson, Randall Cobb, who I really think is. If they had Aaron Rodgers, they would have been a Super Bowl contender. I feel like they're just a quarterback away. Zach Wilson's terrible. God awful. No, you're good.
And I was gonna say that's the biggest. That's why I was so excited about playing them, because I knew they didn't have a quarterback. I knew Zach Wilson was absolutely. He's dog doodle, right? He's terrible. He sucks really bad. So that's. But man, imagine what Aaron Rodgers, what would have happened to us.
Oh my god!
What do you think? Aaron Rodgers would have carved us up. He would have carved us up real nice. But that's what's coming up against the Dolphins. The Dolphins. I'm definitely not. I'm sorry. Right now, I'm not picking us to win that game. But I'm just not. I'm not picking us to win that game. But let me finish the comments. Nick needs to grow some. I don't know, man. They need to figure it out. But I don't really know what you mean by that. They're trying to make Jalen stay in the pocket, but he's dual. Let him get back to being him. Stop trying to make him Donovan. And yes, Brian Johnson needs to be fired. I mean, I agree. I agree 100%. I don't even have anything to say to that. I agree with you. I feel like they're holding Jalen Hurts back and not letting him play his game. Like they're trying to turn him into a pocket passer, and that's not him. They're trying to protect him because of the money. That's fair too. That's a fair assessment. Brian Johnson said, "No RPO, blame Johnson." I mean, how hard is it to just run the same scheme from last year? I don't think Shane Steichen takes his entire scheme and takes it to the Colts, and now you can't run it. I mean, I know you guys have to know, like, why change it? It was working so well. I'm baffled. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it. You said it's really not just Brian Johnson. At some point between the offensive coordinator and head coach, the both of y'all can't come up with a solid game plan week to week. Head coach is a major issue if that continues. I mean, we're talking about the head coach and the offensive coordinator. You got to bring in the quarterbacks coach, quality control coach. All of those guys have an input. Wide receivers coach, offensive line run. Though Jeff Stoutland, he has to have a say in what they should do, because he's in charge of the offensive line. Why not? Why not run the ball? Like, why not run the ball? That's my thing. That was obvious. These guys know more than we know. It's a lot of bright guys in the Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff. So you guys don't know something as simple as to just run the ball. That's the Jets' weakness. I don't know, bro. I really don't know what happened against the Jets. I'm really shocked that I'm alarmed. This is alarming. Like, you can't be that bad at play calling. You can't. It's definitely the play calling. Man. Okay. No type of creativity on offense, none at all. Needs to get receivers involved. AJ. Wait, what you mean? No, AJ's been going crazy. AJ's been having I'm excited about AJ Brown. He can't get hurt in the pocket. He most likely that's probably where he's more likely to be hurt in some opinion. I don't know. I told my wife this is our first loss before the game started. Our defense has been down. Jets defense ain't no joke. You told your wife that this was going to be our first loss. You jinxed it, bro. Ban him. I gotta ban you. No, I'm joking. But hey, yeah, I think you jinxed it. You jinxed it, bro. Mark's the reason we lost. They could do what they did last year with different plays, be creative, but they changed too much, and Jalen isn't comfortable with it. He doesn't like it. I mean, I would. Why not do what's been working? Jets defense is no joke. Okay. Defense, all right, yeah, they're no joke. Great. So we're gonna carve us up before Thanksgiving even gets here. All right, so I gotta ask you. I'm gonna ask you about the Miami Dolphins, bro. I want to get your take on. I need the keys to victory to the Dolphins. First off, do they even have a chance?
So for me, I think the Eagles do have a chance if Jalen Hurts should play like himself. If the Jalen Hurts should play like himself, and I will feel better about it. I really would. And can we please catch a ball? Please. I feel like we weren't playing, like none of our guys were playing except for A.J. Brown. That's why he's my MVP of this season for the Eagles so far is A.J. Brown, second Lane Johnson, third Hassan Reddick. So for me, it's just like something's got to give. Run the ball more, actually catch. And then for the defense, it's going to be tough against Tua and Waddle. We have old corners. Not a lot of people keep on saying that. Our cornerbacks are old. Can they actually keep up with Tyreek Hill and Waddle? And then we're Tua playing like he is. We have to get to the quarterback. Hopefully, Jalen Carter can play on Sunday. If he can play, I will feel a lot better. But if he can't, I don't know. But it's just like our corners and secondary is what worries me the most. Our secondary. Linebackers too, but it's mostly the secondary going up against this offense. So, yeah. You're muted.
I don't think we stop them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think we stop them. I don't see how we win this game, man. Now I'll look and see, check the stats and stuff like that and see if I could, figure it out. But right now, I don't see us beating the Jets. What's the score prediction?
If I can see us beating the Dolphins, it's going to be a high-scoring game. If I can see it, it's way too early to tell. It's Monday. But as of right now, I got the Eagles 30-27. but something can change as the week goes on. My mind could change. Something major could happen. So I'm like right on the fence here. Right on the fence. It's like 50-50, but I'm leaning towards that. But then if something major happens, that's it.
I'm gonna have a heart attack watching that type of game, bro. 30-27.
I would too.
I just want a blowout game, bro. I just want a blowout game.
I would too.
Okay, let's see. Let's finish this up. We will win this week 28-27. I hope so. I hope so. Miami has only played trash teams so far this season. I mean, but that offense, man, it's deadly. It's deadly. It's deadly. Tyreek Hill, and bro, I don't want to see them. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm concerned about that game. I don't got us winning. I'll be honest. It is what it is. Now it depends. As of right now, we're gonna get guys back. We're gonna get Darius Slay back. We're gonna get Jalen Carter back. Once these guys are cleared to play, hopefully we get Justin Evans and Lane Johnson is cleared to play. Then of course I'm going Eagles. But right now, as it stands right now, okay, I'm not because I don't know if these guys are gonna Reed Blankenship. I don't know who's going to play. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. Miami has okay. W over Miami. I hope so, man. I hope so. Any closing remarks, Mitch? I'm gonna let you get out of here, man. I'm gonna let you get out of here, bro.
Closing remarks for me. On a StreamYard review.
Oh shit, yeah.
All right. So for me, it's just like hopefully our players get healthy. That's the number one thing to me. Hopefully the players get healthy. If we can get to Tua, somehow, way we're fifth in sacks right now, which is good, but something's got to give. And if you can follow me on YouTube, just hit 3,000. Mitch Topsy on YouTube, Hardcore Sports. That's where you can find me. Go Birds.
And Mitch, all of his info will be linked in the description. So make sure you check him out. I'm Weapon X. This is the Voice of the Eagles show. And like always, God bless those Philadelphia Eagles.